All right, everyone, it's Naush here, and today I'm going to guide you through a lower body workout. I'm going to build strength and flexibility today. So we'll warm up here with this squat movement, nice and easy, reaching up, inhaling, and then exhaling as you come down. Taking some deep breaths here, and see if you can really center yourself, control the movement. Sinking the weight back towards your heels. Nice. I like to call this the chi squat, really focusing on my mindfulness here, making the squat feel nice and smooth, building that resilience in the connective tissue. Now we'll step wide into more of a sumo squat, and we're going to move side to side, what I like to call this river-like flow. And bend as low as comfortable for you, just moving side to side like you're lunging. Hips move first and then the torso follows. Now coming to center, grounding down, sinking low into your squat, arms out to the side. Feel your power, feel your strength. Okay, rooting down into the earth here, feeling all that fire in the legs. Good. Okay. So we're going to do some side lunge stretching here, moving to your right side. You can lift your heel off the floor if you need be, and keep the long foot active. Okay, now switching over to the other side. So the left leg is pressing into the floor. Opening up the hips, inner thighs. Nice. Okay, we're going to do some more side to side lunging here. This time I'm bringing the hands together in front of my chest. So a little bit more strength here through the hips and legs. My torso is leaning more forward. Weight back towards the heels, moving side to side. Now twisting over to a runner's lunge, left foot in front. And I'm going to gently move the hips in circles here, opening up that back hip flexor, opening up the hamstrings. And now we begin some alternating twists, reaching your hand up to the sky, planting it down, opening up the shoulders, the thoracic spine. Good. Making sure you continue to press through that front leg. Back knee lowers, uncurl the toes. We're going to sink into a lunge here. Do what feels good for you. Moving back and forth. And keeping an engagement here between the front foot and the back knee, scissoring them together, making it more of an active stretch. Now interlacing the fingers behind you, reaching back, lifting the chest up. Okay, important to work the mobility. Good. Now shift your forearms to that front leg. We're going to work on hip extension, firing the back glute. So the idea is straightening the back leg without coming up into a high lunge. Okay, so we're staying low, but the back leg is straightening off the floor. This one might feel intense, okay? So we're really opening up that back hip flexor by strengthening the glute. Squeeze the glute as you straighten the back leg. You're doing great. I know this one's really intense. All right. Go ahead and now come up into a high lunge and find your strength. Stay active through the legs. Pull the feet towards each other so you feel that connection all the way into your root, the base of your spine. Breathe deeply. Find that warrior focus. You got this. All right, hands come down and we switch over to the other side, starting with a runner's lunge. Again, doing the circles here. Doing what feels good. If you need to bring that back knee down, that's fine too. And we begin to twist through the arms, reaching one arm up to the sky, opening the thoracic spine, opening the shoulders up. Keep that front leg pressing into the earth. Excellent. Back knee comes down, Uncurl the toes. And we're going to do our lunge routine here. Leaning forward and back. Being active through that front foot and the back knee. You can imagine that back knee pulling towards the front foot, especially as you come and shift your hips back. You're activating and stretching the hip flexors. How's your breath? Okay. Now we're going to shift forward into that glute extension, hip extension exercise. Okay, weight is in that front foot, and then we're working on straightening the back leg. So really important here, it's more of the intention of straightening the back leg. You might not be able to straighten it, and that is okay. So work on activating that back glute. Really just attempting to straightening that leg. You'll start to really feel the hip working. You're doing great. Keep breathing here. And now coming into your high lunge, warrior focus. Finding a spot in front of you to focus your attention, or maybe even closing your eyes. Being with the breath and all the sensations here, finding that inner fire. You got this. Good. Okay, stepping forward now, we're going to take a little breather into your forward fold. You can bend into the knees as much as you need to here. You can let the head go, grabbing onto the elbows, shaking the head. Maybe you're thinking about what meal you're going to have after this. All right, reaching up, inhaling, bringing the hands together, resetting here. We're going to hinge at the hips, keeping a flat back. Weight is towards your heels, bringing the arms out to the side, reaching through the fingertips. Now, option is to reach your hands up in front of you, away from the hips. So this is a founder's pose, similar to a chair pose in yoga, but we're bending more through the hips, keeping the knees over the ankles. It's almost like you're falling backwards. You should be feeling this along the spine, the back body, the hamstrings. That entire back body is working through that exercise. Okay, resetting here, coming back into your hip hinge. I'm coming a little bit lower here. Hips are reaching back behind you. Arms are reaching forward. Okay, maybe we sway side to side here. I'm bringing my hands out to the side. So this is airplane wings, feeling the strength of your shoulder blades. Okay, you can play around with the arms either in front of you, that's going to be more tension through the back, or you can have your airplane wings or arms behind you. Good. Taking a breather, shaking out if you need to. You're doing great here. Okay, we're going to prep here for a single leg step back lunge, starting with the left leg. So what I'm doing here is I'm focusing on lowering slowly to the ground, keeping my balance on one leg as long as possible. Okay, so the torso shifting forward, hips shifting back. I'm going to balance and hold until I absolutely can't anymore, and then touch down. Now I'm going to do the same thing here, but drive the leg forward, kicking through at the top. So a little bit more challenge. It's kind of like a sprinter's step forward, a sprinter's jump forward. Coming back into that lunge, driving up strong through the base leg. Good. Shake that left leg out. We'll switch sides. Balancing on the right leg. If you can, try to balance on this leg the entire time. Sinking back into your lunge, stepping back whenever it's right for you. Torso leans forward, hip shift back. I'm trying to lower as low as I can, and then touch the foot on the floor when I lose control. Okay? Ideally before you lose control. And now, driving that knee forward, there's a progression you can try out. It works for you. Coming strong, standing tall, driving the knee forward. This is more about control than anything else. Okay. All right. So we're going to shift here into a tree pose or balancing pose. So you can lift this left leg either onto the thigh or to the shin, or you can even have it near the ankle. So do whatever variation works for you. Option to reach the arms up into the sky. Finding your focus. Keep rooting down through that base leg. Okay, now I'm bringing the knee in front, holding it high, and extending the leg before lowering it down. Good, let's balance on the other leg now. Again, you can bring the foot to the ankle, the shin, or to the thigh. Keep that engagement between the foot and the leg. Ground through the base leg, reaching up. Okay, depending on your level here, you can move the arms around. You can explore with closing the eyes or looking in a different direction. Find your focus. Bringing the leg forward, high knee position, balancing, kicking the leg forward, and then lowering down. Nice job. Okay, coming onto the toes here, lifting the heels up, doing a few calf raises. It's really important for the strength of the ankles. Now I'm doing the same thing, reaching arms up to the sky, getting tall. Making sure you're breathing. Good, shake it out here. I'm gonna step wide again. Kind of that sumo stance. And we're gonna go into some lunges. Okay, so you know how to do these here. Control as you come down. I'm just working to one side at a time now. And keep both feet active, okay? So one leg pushing down, the long leg is pulling as you come up. So that helps to keep the inner thighs active, helps to improve your flexibility as well. Now shifting over to the right side, as you lunge down, your hips come back. Okay, make sure the knee is pushing out to the side, staying over the mid-toes. Controlling as you come down. Okay, modify as needed. Listen to your body. Okay, that's the most important thing. Now I'm coming into this sumo squat again, hands on the inside of the knees, and we just rotate side to side, keeping a straight arm, pushing the knee away. So this one should feel nice. And again, coming into that power stance here. Arms out to the side. You can even smile. You can enjoy this. To trust your body, trust your strength. Really grounding into the earth, connecting into your root. Maybe your hands come all the way up to the sky. And then we fold forward, wide leg, forward fold. Hands come down to the earth. Here's your rest, your relaxation. Be coming over to the right side. Getting a nice stretch here. And coming over to the other side. Deep breaths, letting go. Okay, rotating and coming down to your knees, sitting on the heels. Okay, this might be intense. You might need to put a block or a cushion underneath the hips. That's perfectly fine. This is working on your knee mobility as well as the flexibility of your quads. Option to lean back onto the hands or the elbows. Make sure you protect the low back here, okay? So only going as far as manageable for you, listening to your body. Maybe we come all the way down. And then carefully coming up, keeping your low back under control. Deep breaths. You did an awesome job here. And now we're going to sit back into a child's pose. Allowing your hips to sink into the floor. Completely relax here. Deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Ha. You can let that go. All right. Coming into a seated position. Whatever works for you. Thank you for joining in this practice today. Maybe offering up some gratitude. Thanking yourself for showing up today, taking care of your body, and deciding to make the changes that you're making. If you enjoyed this practice, go ahead and share it with someone else. Hope to see you soon.